This is the United States Drug Enforcement Agency. We are ordering you to land.
All right, boys, let's land. Easy.
My name's Barry Seal.
The making of this film was a flying adventure because I'm a pilot, Tom's a pilot. We flew into Central America in small planes. You know, Tom actually ferried one of the planes from America to Colombia, which is the same route that Barry Seal flew. And Tom did it in the same plane. You know, and that's like a 2-day journey.
And he did all the...
He did all the flying. He did all of his own flying in the movie. If you look at the credits, he is the stunt pilot. It's not just Tom Cruise's name above the title. When you go way deep into the credits, you'll also see when it lists the pilots, he's the pilot of his plane. He's the only pilot. There is no other pilot.
Top of your class in the Civil Air Patrol. A pilot like you shouldn't be flying buses.
Welcome to Miami. Welcome to Bakersfield.
Haven't you ever wanted something more, Barry?
You should be serving your country.
You're CIA.
How did you first know it, the story? How did you approach to that?
Well, I knew some of the story because my father actually ran the investigation into Iran-Contra for the United States Senate. And he would come home and laugh about some of the details, you know, especially about these rebels in Central America who refused to fight. And that the President Reagan was determined to support and saw them as these freedom fighters, and they had no interest in fighting. And that disconnect really, my father found really amusing. And so I really infused that tone throughout the film. Once I sort of looked at it through this prism of satire and sort of outrageousness of it, and thought about, and I'm familiar with the writer Mark Twain, how he would have told this story. You know, Barry Seal sort of, he's having this like amazing adventure, and he's being sort of carried along on this wave of the excesses of the 80s, but it's almost like adventure's finding him. And there's sort of an innocence to Barry Seal.
Is this all legal?
You trust me?
No.
No, of course I knew about Pablo Escobar when I started working on this film, and you know, I knew about the drug cartel, but you know, I feel like American Made sort of shows you a slightly different side of the drug cartel, and not as dark a side. You know, I mean, obviously it follows Escobar when he goes into exile in Nicaragua, where things are not going well for him. But in general, you know, the film has kind of a light, kind of Mark Twain quality to it. It's, you know, I'm finding the good and the fun in everybody, and that includes Pablo Escobar.
We're expanding operations, Barry.
The devil you know, the devil you know, the devil you don't.
And obviously, with this amazing story, I want to know if you had a much longer cut.
The first cut of American Made was about 4 hours long. And I believe Tom Cruise's reaction was, I'm gonna strangle somebody. Right, because Tom and I both are committed to entertaining an audience, and you know, and we always saw the film having being a comedy adventure. And at 4 hours, it's just not, you know, you just can't sustain that.
I was working for the CIA, the DEA, and Pablo Escobar.
1,500 kilos.
That's 1,500 kilos, Barry, in one go.
Get it done.
Shoot the